Hello people, this is Power here to review the Kamen Rider Zi-O DX Ohma Zi-O Driver. This is the driver that Ohma Zi-O uses. Obviously, here he is pictured right there. Here's the Ohma Zi-O driver itself. Here's the top of the box collecting a bunch of dust because the Riken doesn't do anything with it. The bottom, the left, there's Ohma Zi-O right there. Another picture of him, and here's the back, which I really like. I don't like the inconsistencies because these are obvious in-show shots, and this is a promo shot of Zi-O, but lighting besides, that's essentially it. And one thing I do want to note, despite the fact I only have 36 minutes on this camera left because I didn't bother moving my footage out yet, is that they actually took the CSM approach of packing the belt in this plastic, which is interesting and makes it feel like completely premium. I'm happy Riken actually kept it. Well, it's because I threw it in, but let's just quickly get this out of the way and such because I have 35 minutes. So here's the contents of the box to get this over with. Here are the straps, which are simply just the same as the Zi-O driver, again, just in gold. So just clip it in like so, and I don't know why I'm struggling with this, but so it's that simple. And to compare, make sure I actually grab the right strap because I still have the PowerRider driver next to me. Again, this one's actually different, unlike the PowerRider driver straps, so I applaud them for that. And here is the Ohma Zi-O driver itself, which is this one, just like the PowerRider driver, it's just a gold repaint of the Zi-O driver as a whole. However, this one actually has new parts attached to it of these side parts, which apparently you're able to push in. Because, you know, we only saw this thing's functionality in the last episode. So yeah, you can't load and ride watches in here, technically. Other than that, all the details are still retained. It even still has the screen, which is neat. Again, you can't, just like the PowerRider driver, you can't spin this thing, technically. And you can't take this off, technically. So, yeah, obviously because this one actually does make a lot of sense, it still has the kanji for belt. And comparing it, here's the Zi-O driver. These two actually do have the same heft. This one actually feels a lot heavier because of these parts. But, other than that, I love the gold paint. It's absolutely rich and premium. So it's just looks really nice overall. And then I just like the contrast, the colors between these two. And yeah, so obviously that's essentially it. So let's switch it on. It obviously still requires 3 AAA batteries. And yeah, so let's get this over with. So there's the belt activation sound, and now I'm gonna do this in a weird order. So obviously technically you're supposed to go through this side first. I'm actually going to go through this side. I'm gonna technically do things reverse. So if you hold on to the left side, you get all 4 opening narrations.
時代を駆け抜けた平成仮面ライダーたち。今、その力が未来へと受け継がれる。祝え、新たなる王の誕生。
And you can see that the 2018 that is present on Ohma Zi-O's Driver actually lights up red.
大魔の日、仮面ライダーの時代を画する審判の日。それは歴史の終わりか、それとも始まりか。選べ、我々自身の未来を。時代を駆け抜けた平成仮面ライダーたち。すべての力を受け継ぎ、新たなレジェンドが始まる。祝え、真の王者の誕生を。時代を駆け抜けた平成仮面ライダーたち。彼らの力を集め、最後の戦いが幕を開ける。切り開け、真の王となる未来よ。
So there are all 4 opening narrations, which is a nice inclusion to have. Now, if you just press this by itself, you cycle through 14 phrases of Ohma Zi-O.
お前たちに私を倒すのは不可能だ。なぜかわかるか。私は生まれながらの王である。
Just for the sake of time, I'm not gonna play them all, especially because, you know, I kind of get lost. But let's just cycle through like the phrase like 6.
己の思いを曲げ抜く。それこそ王の証。
And then let's do 4. Yeah, let's do the last one.
すべて若き愚か。なぜ思い出。お前は何のために王になりたかったのだ。他の者に認められるためか。それとも自分が特別であるためか。
That wasn't the last one, but that'll be the last one we'll look at. Now, for the right side, these will be phrases comprising of Sogo and Ohma Zi-O, and then stuff in the final episode. I don't know how I'm gonna skip through that easily, but I think we're just gonna breeze through Sogo and Ohma Zi-O's interactions.
大魔ジオの道、若き日の私よ。お前がこの時代に再び来るなど、歴史が変わって当然だ。面白い。だが、無意味だ。
Again, we're breezing through this.
そんなの、私が若き頃には、俺の力じゃない。なるほど。教えてよ。時空を破壊する力だ。でも、俺はあんたにはならない。どうかな。無意味だが。ジオ、大魔ジオになれ。時の王者に。お前ならなれる。最高最善の魔王に。
So there's Gates, which we already heard twice already because that's in 2 toys, but this is technically the first toy that had it. Because this, I forgot to bring this into perspective. This released before the Memorial Ride watches. I don't understand why they didn't release at the same time. They got released like a week apart, but...
幸せだったぞ。ケイツ。ケイツ。
So now here we actually finally get to some main points. So So that's the sound of, like, you know, the pre-transformation and technically the standby for this belt. I really do like how, like, it does this, just because it's actually, I don't know, out of all colors to come out of this belt, and for it to be blue is just interesting. But essentially, you know, that's supposed to be like, I don't know, the groundbreaking and such. And obviously, we're at this point. I apologize for just doing that right away, but basically I meant, well, I was trying to say, or what I was supposed to say is that obviously after when Sogo says that, then you have to press both sides to initiate the transformation. Obviously it says Ohma Zi-O scrolls through and then 2018. Now we have 21 more phrases. So there's that. Then again, I'm gonna try to breeze through this. I guess I forgot to say this, is that this obviously contains spoilers, but who cares? So, that sound, is the world resetting, and the world separating, and that nonsense and such. And that's the last phrase, before it cycles back to, transformed state solo. And to cancel transformation, just hold it. And yeah. So, now, technically, we covered the memorial half of this toy. Now we need to actually cover the DX toy half of this, which we just start by doing the transformation again, which you can do at any point. It's just that you only get that standby when you actually go through the phrases. So again, just press both sides. So there's the transformation, and when we press both sides again, we get the finisher, which I think you can do when you're going through the phrases. I just didn't because I felt like that if you actually did do that, then you had, I think it will actually cancel where you're at. But Yeah, a very lengthy finisher. And very deadly too. Um, that's not it, however, because Ohma Zi-O has an unused function to which he can utilize the powers of all 20 Heisei riders. So to do that, you have to press both sides again and press either side to select a rider. So
空我の時相手け
So basically it's saying like the power of Kuga and then it would do their respective finisher. Again, you can argue that, well, he did do this. He did this with the ride watches. That's different. We never seen Ohma Zi-O like actually do this at all. So this is like an interesting like function they added. But it's just like weird that they haven't actually like shown that. And just to show, as you can see, they have the respective lights. However, it only goes up to decade, as you can see, because you have to press on this side. It just restarted. I don't know why I did that, but essentially, you have to press. So I don't know why they did this. They split them up, I guess. So then, like, I can't argue personally. So then, equality. But I honestly find it weird because it's like, okay, so technically, I understand like when you're wearing it, it makes sense because it's like, oh yeah, the left, this is like Heisei Phase 1 and the right is Heisei Phase 2. But when you're like trying to cover it like frontal, it's weird because you want to press this side, but then you go through double through O's. But yeah, I already canceled out, so I can't show that. So I'll actually show the footage I recorded for the demo because, you know, I wasn't going to show it all anyway, so. And before I get to my thoughts, I just want to do something stupid and use premium Bandai products or premium Bandai products and take the Mirai driver stuff so you can do stupid stuff like the Ohma Shinobi driver, the Ohma quiz driver, which actually looks amazing, the Ohma Kikai driver. Again, I actually like this one because the ends are actually filled out. And last but not least, the Ohma Ginga driver, which it just doesn't really work because of this. Yeah, overall, what I think about the Ohma Zi-O driver is that it's a nice piece to have, obviously, just because I think the paint really sells it. My light is deceiving you. It's not, like, it's a much darker gold. It's like a caramel gold, and not a, like, light gold, like, not the stereotypical gold. So, I'm sorry if my lights deceive you. But overall, it's just, you know, if you want something in representation of Ohma Zi-O, if you want his phrases, then go right ahead at it. This is like priced alright at best. It's like $50, which I think it's fine. Just you get a lot out of it, which is a good thing. Obviously, if you guys didn't know already, or if you guys haven't caught on, I guess. Well, okay, I'll just say this. I actually like the fact that even the back's painted. That's actually appreciated because this isn't painted at all, but like I just like the amount of paint they threw into this toy. But like personally, I guess like I don't know, like I guess to me, because this is hard for me to say, but basically it's like this is I do think this is like a nice toy and all, but like I actually honestly wouldn't have picked it up. The only reason why I have it is because Draken really wanted it because he likes, you know, Ohma Zi-O sounds and such. So like, so that's why I have it here, and that's why I was like, I might as well just review it. But it's like, yeah, even for me, for like being that like Zi-O completionist, I personally wouldn't have picked it up just because like, you know, it's a nice toy, but it's not necessary. Like obviously technically for it to be the final thing of Heisei, it's nice. But again, it's just, kind of optional, especially because the in show one is technically like more bigger. This one's like tiny, and it's just weird. Obviously, the in show one's bigger because I'm pretty sure they only had the one for the suit. So when they made like Sogo's actor wear it, it just looks stupid on him because it's like, why is it just gigantic on him? And plus, honestly, I didn't even like the fact Solo did actually become Ohma Zi-O. Like, it was obvious, but like, I just didn't like it. So, or I didn't care for it personally. So, I think that's a better word. I didn't care for it, but not to the point like, with like Blood, Espada, and the Ryusoulger mechs where I could just disregard their existence. But like, I just didn't really care for it personally. But and I guess to finish, or I guess to like, actually not finish off, but like, what's the word? Um, Whatever. So, for what I was saying earlier, uh, about how you technically can't, make this spin. I saw someone mod their Ohma Zi-O driver to actually be able to like function like the Jiku driver, because whoops, obviously all they did is that they just locked the pieces in like here, just similar to the Mirai driver. There is a block of plastic here that refuses, or that doesn't allow this to twist at all, and essentially with these ones, you can still see it can move, but it just doesn't have a spring. Or it's not that it doesn't have a spring. They have a block in here that doesn't allow you to press it. And the way this actually works is that they have the middle pin of the ride watch track as the button, and that's how these actually function and such, because obviously these are, what's a good angle? Oh yeah, so like you can see here, these are essentially just ride watch tracks, just molded differently to work with this. And to make this function like the Jiku driver, all you have to do is just simply replace all those like filler pieces with the original like Jiku driver pieces to be able to press this down, allow this to spin, and actually allow ride watches to go on here. Because you can actually, because you have to slide this piece off by making this pressable, and then you can like make this a normal Jiku driver. It's honestly pretty insane, and I think it's one of the best mods I've seen with this toy. I'm pretty sure you can do the same with the Mirai driver. It's probably easier to do it with that toy. But just seeing someone mod, or someone just not mod, but essentially someone just simply swapping pieces and just making it work, it's really impressive, honestly. But other than that, yeah, I guess one thing I should actually probably note too is that the button on the back is actually gone, so it's not going to activate anything when you spin it, and I think that's the same with the Mirai driver. But yeah, that's the Ohma Zi-O driver. pick it up if you want. Essentially, it is like technically like, and I guess one thing I should say too. I guess like obviously if you're big on the memorial stuff, this is technically a memorial item. It just wasn't marked as one, unlike the Arc Driver. So, if you're up for that, then pick it up. Technically, yeah, I'm up that league, but I personally didn't really care for this thing. So, and also, I guess one thing I should say is that you should not complain about the fact that it has a lot of quotes because it is a memorial item. If you went for a memorial item and complained about the fact that it has quotes or has phrases like over 100 lines of dialogue, then why'd you get it? That's the entire point of the memorial stuff. Anyways, this is PowerRider, and I'll leave you people. I have 8 minutes left on this memory card. Bye.